I know what you're going to say, that I have misperceptions about permanent supportive housing, that I'm unfairly demonizing the homeless population. This is not true. I clearly understand the difference between shelters and permanent supportive housing. I'm a psychotherapist with years of experience working directly with homeless patients, battered women, and drug addiction. And I can assure you that I likely know just as much, if not more, than anybody else on this call. As much as we'd like to think that this housing is going to be filled with families or individuals who are simply down on their luck and grateful to society for a place to live, the fact is it will be poorly screened, and we will absolutely have individuals living there who suffer from extreme chronic drug addiction and severe mental health. That is a fact. Do we as society need to help the homeless population? Absolutely. I've spent countless hours volunteering to do so. But putting this facility adjacent to a school is playing with fire. I'm a mom. I'm fighting for our kids and our community and the future sites that will be impacted if this sale closes. It does set a new precedent for a low barrier facility to have zero distance from schools. I know, Leo, you just stated that there are other places that this has happened. The reality is many of these homeless individuals who are transitioned into permanent supportive housing do not stay housed. Over 70% within a few years are back on the streets. That is not due to the lack of housing. That is due to the chronic addiction and mental health disorders that are left untreated. In order for that to be treated, these facilities should have very, very close access to mental health treatment, to pharmacies, to providers, physicians, to grocery stores. When you look at this location, it simply does not make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me for many, many different reasons. Some of those that I've stated. Others, because there are hundreds and hundreds of children around. And it is your responsibility, our responsibility, to keep children safe. There is a reason why there's safe requirements from other businesses, such as marijuana retailers. And the same should apply to permanent housing. Our children are our most precious resource. It is our obligation and the obligation of the city and to everybody on this call to ensure their health and their safety. They do not have a voice in this, and they do not have a vote. What are you personally going to do to guarantee that every single one of our children are safe? And can you look at me in the face if one of our children are harmed by one of these residents? Will you personally be liable, Leo, or any other council members?
I thought, gosh, that's a great facility, a great placement for this facility, and I was glad to hear that the county had selected it. I have no hesitation about the placement of this facility exactly where it is.
I understand that this is scary, and we're working through that, and we all want to wrap our kids up in bubble wrap and protect them from everything. And so we hear you. We hear your concerns.
To think about ways that they could partner and learn. And I'd love to see a senior thesis on solving the homelessness crisis in the King County.
If we need to build a fence between this property and the Eastside Prep property, we will build a fence.